And we are live on YouTube.
It's working?
Welcome. What's that?
Nothing.
There we go.
Yay,
There we go. We're here. We're all here. Yeah.
Welcome.
We're all here.
Welcome.
Machine.
Oh,
Someone's got their YouTube unmuted.
nothing.
There we go. We're here. We're all here.
Who's ever watching YouTube has got to. Maybe that's me. It's me.
I love it.
Betsy, I love you.
Folks, we are clearly live on YouTube. Welcome to our night of a show, Illuminati Improv. We are the Illuminati. We are the secretest, most sacred improv collective you've ever encountered. This is Betsy Stover, Ari Voukydis, and we've got an amazing show tonight because we've got a wonderful team we're going to be splitting up with, and that is Monika and friends.
Yeah!
Crushing it. Yeah. So, in order to get them going,
Yeah.
I think they just need a suggestion of anything at all. And I think that maybe we are the ones who are going to have to give a suggestion. Because I don't know, is something happening in the chat? Are we getting suggestions in the chat on YouTube?
Can we ask them?
Yeah, well, I'm asking right now, baby. But because of the time lag, they're not going to hear it for like another 30 seconds or so. So I could just vamp for like a little bit. Yeah.
Y'all want to write a suggestion in the chat there? We will hand it off to our friends to do a show.
Mm-hmm. But also, if they're too shy to give a suggestion, I feel like our four minds can come up with something that they could probably go and do some improv off of. So now that we've stalled for a good almost minute and haven't gotten anything, why don't we give them a suggestion?
Underdog.
All right.
I was thinking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not about them. I was thinking about the Bucks, not that.
Welcome, Monika Smith and friends.
Yay!
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Hi, we're
Music.
Monika and Pepper.
Yay!
Yay. I guess
So it was Underdog?
Underdog.
Underdog. That's,
Okay.
Underdog.
Cool.
Oh, hey, the audience did finally yell out a suggestion. Do you want it?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, the first suggestion there is Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, thank you.
Underdog of natural wonders. I'm not impressed.
No. I mean,
No, I'm sorry.
I guess I thought it'd be grander.
Yeah, I'm glad we took the trip.
Yeah.
We needed to get out.
We got out. We got a van and we decided to go to this Grand Canyon, and we spent a whole week driving for this.
I wish I would have known it's just a hole with a river in it, and I could have seen this anywhere.
And there's no river. I feel like we missed the part with the water. We just got like the beach at the end of the day when the tide's gone.
Yeah. And it's my fault for stopping, at that truck stop and getting postcards ahead of time. Kind of blew the surprise because it looks just like the postcard.
Yeah, somehow I have kept it away from me my entire adult life until that postcard. So that was really quite a shocker.
Yeah. I mean, Cassandra, we're just not planning our vacations very well. I love just being with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're together.
We're a happy couple that just makes mistakes a lot. Like a lot.
That's
fantastic.
Fine. It's just, we can make the best of this.
Yeah.
It reminds me of our trip when we went to see Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
and
yeah.
again, My fault for not researching it. I thought it was going to be all the presidents.
No,
And
it was just 4, and honestly, I didn't recognize them. I don't know their face. Obama.
I don't know who.
I know his face.
I know that. I can name the last 3, but beyond that, give me a hint.
Give me a hint. Like put a name tag, maybe. If it wasn't right under, then I could feel because all those people were around us, and I felt weird saying the guy on the left with the nose.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to go ahead and carve a president, how about a fucking index, an appendix also, put the names down there.
Yeah, they're not, are they on money?
Well, yeah, I guess they are on money.
Okay.
I never really look at I'm so digital nowadays. I'm so digital, I don't do the cash thing anymore.
I know, it's not like Venmo gives me an emoticon option for a president. Maybe if we did that, then I would know which president's on what money. So it's kind of culture's fault.
Again, Cassandra, you're a fountain of wisdom. So, I mean,
well, we drove all the way here.
We should take a look at least.
Let's get out of the van. Okay.
Oh, well, that's cool. Look at that. It's like a little sidewalk, a glass sidewalk, and you can walk out on it.
Oh, yeah.
You want to try that?
Well, there's a donkey. So obviously things come here.
Sure. Maybe we can get a ride on the donkey. Is that what?
I don't know. Is that American? Is that an American
It
thing?
seems impolite. I don't even want to ask.
Ask. You don't want to ask. Oh, you. Oh, my. That's why I fell for you.
You make me laugh. Well, let's at least go take a look out on the freaking thing and say we were here. All right.
All right. So, okay. I've seen it. It is grand. I will give it to them in space, not in emotion, but in space.
Jesus, look how deep it is.
Oh yeah.
Don't look down, Cassandra. Don't look down. This is god awful.
If you're gonna say don't look down, I'm gonna look down. Tell me to look up.
I'm sorry. Well, look up. Don't look down. That's gotta be like a million miles down there.
If you say don't in front of something, I'm gonna do it. You can't say don't look down because it's the first. Don't eat the chocolate cake. The cake's in my mouth.
Okay. Well, don't panic for sure. So, good night. Okay. I'm gonna say it's a little bigger than I thought from the van.
Yeah. It's not really a canyon. It's more of a large patch.
Yeah. It's kind of like a large scar across America, just like fix it.
It's like Harry Potter scar. It's Earth. It's America's Harry Potter.
Oh,
maybe there's magic to it, huh? Wouldn't that be fun?
Well, I know what's not magic. This stupid clear through. So what psycho built this thing? Good night.
Oh, no, it feels like I'm on a patio in Beverly Hills, It's not a real, but it is because you can see through it. I'm sorry, I'm bringing up those, honey. That was one night I didn't take you with me. I'm so sorry.
It brings back so many feelings that I didn't get to go on that. It's one of those nights we were separated.
I just wanted to explore a city I'd never been to as a single woman, and I did. And nothing happened. So, it was just me in Beverly Hills. And Val Kilmer.
To go. What? I haven't heard about the Val Kilmer part. Why didn't you tell me about the Val Kilmer part?
It felt weird.
He's my favorite dramatic actor.
I know. He dies of like syphilis or something bad when he's that gunman.
I've never watched most of his movies, but I enjoy his interviews.
Well, he was in Willow and he was charming. So he looks nothing like it. I'm just, it was one night of unbridled passion in Beverly Hills with Val Kilmer and friends. It was nothing we're talking about.
What? This is not This is not the synopsis I got that night. The next day, it was just, oh, I went to Beverly Hills and got lost. Now
You
it's
got a
Val
log
Kilmer.
line. You got a log line that night. Now I'm giving you a synopsis. If you want, I could give you a one pager. I don't think you'll be happy.
Cassandra, what's happening to us? Why am I hearing about this way? Oh my God, are you going to throw me in the Grand Canyon? Is this where you murder me? What's happening?
Is this where? So I'm not gonna murder you. I have no plans to murder you yet. Come on.
Okay.
We're not.
Don't murder me. Or don't. I didn't say don't.
Don't say
Let's not talk about it.
right. Do keep living. I had no prerogative. Plus, you'd hit this glass shield, and then you'd maybe tip, and then I don't know. It'd be loud.
Oh, this is bringing back so many memories now. That when we went to that premiere at when we stood across to the Chinese theater for Val Kilmer's movie, and he ran over to hug you out of the thousands of people. Now it makes sense.
I told you to hug everybody for 10 seconds, but no, that was an intimate hug for a reason. You've been intimate, honey. I have been intimate with Val Kilmer, is what I'm trying to say, in Friends.
Oh, why did I not see that when he asked to take the selfie himself with you? That was, this changes a lot, Cassandra. We've been together for so long, and I thought we had no secrets.
Well, doesn't this make it more fun? I'm kind of like that board game, and you didn't know, you'd never been on the square. Now that you're on that square, you're like, get me back. I'm just saying, now, aren't I more exciting to you now that you know that I've been with an A minor celebrity?
It increases, yeah, sure. It increases the value factor. I guess if we're counting it like a Monopoly game, but it's still, you're my
Kevin Pollak and
what? Kevin Pollak?
Yes.
The master of impressions? Why?
And Stanley Tucci, because I always get them mixed up, and thank God they were in the same place, because for me, I was like, which one's Devil Wears Prada and which one mixes drinks?
You get Kevin Pollak and Stanley Tucci mixed up?
Yeah, they're both short, talented men.
They're both men. They're basically both men.
They both have dark hair. They both never play the lead. And they both have penises that are.
Stanley Tucci does not have dark hair at all. He has no hair.
Yes, no. Well, I assume it did grow. It wouldn't be a stigma surprise.
Kevin Pollak's from A Few Good Men, Indian Summer, a very underrated movie.
Okay.
And a lot of other fun stuff. Stanley Tucci, grandmaster of acting and Italian
sex.
Now. And sex.
I mean, if you can play that many characters on stage, imagine what you can do under a bed sheet. I mean, I will say that man had magic. He would just 1 second I'm with Stanley, and the next second I didn't know who I was with because he changed his voice. It kind of was a little weird, but kind of fun,
Did all this happen when you told me to take those Afghan crocheting lessons at night?
Yeah, I got into macrame, and you looked real jealous, and I was like, find your own knitting thing. And then I was done with those needles, so I did one night in Beverly Hills, you a couple celebrities at an Al-Anon meeting, and then from there, I'm not outing them because Al-Anon is not that, but I'm just saying I met them outside of there.
If they're from Beverly Hills, they should be directly in AA. I'm just like, that's a given. But what they were doing at the other meeting, I have no idea. And now I was jealous of your talent. I was always jealous of your talent, and now I'm jealous that you're sleeping with all these celebrities.
Who drives the best bus route? You do, on La Cienega. Who never misses a turn? You do. Let's not take away from your day job that you've had for many years that you're very good at.
Well, that's only because after the accident, they won't let me take any more turns. So I just have to drive the straightest route possible.
And do you?
I have to. I get to just drive it one way, then I have to change buses and come back on a different bus.
Well, La Cienega is a long street, so I think it works out. And sometimes it curves, so I bet you get to tilt the wheel and feel like you're on an edge, huh?
Oh my God, it's all flooding back to me. I remember going down La Cienega and seeing Kevin Pollak come out of a restaurant and he waved at me like he knew me. And I was like, why is Kevin Pollak waving at me? Now it makes sense because he's sleeping with my wife.
Yeah, well, I showed them a photo. I keep your photo in my wallet because I'm a devout wife. It's not about the ring, it's about the picture. That's the proof. So, I showed them all your photo and was like, here's the man I'm going to be stepping away from to be with you 3 tonight. Just so we are all on the same page, I will be going back to him. So it was sort of like inspiration. When they saw your photo, I was like, do what you want that he wouldn't.
Wow. It's all making sense why we ended up here, Cassandra. This is our mistake. The Grand Canyon is just a metaphor for our mistake. Before we leave here, we need to fill in our mistake. Cover it up so it's never seen again.
So you're saying I'm like this dry canyon. Very large, dry canyon that nobody wants to walk through except a donkey.
I'm just saying your nights of passion with celebrities are a giant deep scar across our marriage with a tiny, tiny river and some psycho sidewalk over it.
Do you know that deep scar is in your forehead and it's giving you magical powers, and you used to live in a closet and now you get to live with me in a van? Maybe look at it from another vantage point, huh?
I told you never to bring up my closet days.
I think it's very cool that you were in Britain as a child and you told this woman who was writing on a napkin and you thought she was crazy. So you shared a little bit of your childhood and she made it into a famous series.
I shared way too much. I will never forgive her ever.
Well, I think it's cool you had a pet owl, and I think it's cool that you're no longer in a closet abused.
This is just the story of my life, is that I'm let down by the women in my life. You, J.K. Rowling, Nicole Kidman.
What do you mean, Nicole Kidman?
Oh, she's a bitch. Everyone knows it.
But she looks like a nice woman, and she's married to a country singer. Country singers who are liberal seem nice.
Facade. A complete facade.
Oh. I'm glad you had that experience. I am not jealous in the least, because who would want to be with such a tall woman? Well, so, you did your Nicole and I did some others. It's not that big. Do you know they based the movie Willow partly off of me?
How is that possible?
I was very little and I had vivid dreams and I used to tell them, and it was into a movie, and Val Kilmer's an older man for me, but I don't mind. Obviously, I'm with you.
We honestly have to stop telling our stories to people.
Right.
Not at all. Look, I'm just saying that, this canyon one day, well, sure, it's here now, but one day it'll probably disappear. It'll be like millions of years, but one day it won't be here at all. And so it will be gone. And I think our separate nights of passion should be gone as of now. And we start with a clean slate.
We start in a flat land. We should go to like Texas. It's flat, right?
Sure. West Texas. There's nothing there.
I'm just saying, because I've already been filled up with all my celebrities. And so
Okay.
if my Grand Canyon is obviously not this representation, as I said before, it's an insult. And also it's a few too many colors. So moving forward, you and I can find our van life, and we can go to Texas in the west part of it, and we will find a patch and we'll go, this is us. And we'll plant some seeds,
Yeah. And we'll take new vacations and new trips together, and we'll repair old vacations. Like when I took you to Florida to see the space shuttle launch, and we got way, way, way too close. That was my fault. We should have stayed in the stands.
Well, I mean, I lost my eyebrows for 7 months. And then you took us to Disney and everyone tried to take photos because they thought I was like half out of costume, half in. It was real hurtful.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Real sorry. But we're going to erase all that.
Okay. Well, then let's not even talk about the time we went to the cheese factory.
Thought we weren't going to bring that up. I thought we were going to do a clean slate. We weren't going to.
I said, let's not talk about. So let's never talk about the cheese incident.
Okay. Don't talk about the cheese incident.
Yeah. Oh, you can't say don't, because then I want to.
No. Okay. Just think of something else, Cassandra, besides the.
Yeah, I think of a hamburger. I would put cheese on it. I'm gonna think of a TV show, This Is Us. It makes me cry. It's cheesy. I can't get away from it. You fell into melted cheese.
Yeah, it was pretty awful to fall into melted cheese.
It was embarrassing. You smelt for weeks. There was just weeks of curds that just felt like they kept exiting your body.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. The fact that I burned most of my body down there for a while. 1st degree, 3rd degree, 2nd degree, whatever. Light. It was awful.
It was bad. Could you imagine being with someone and having to not be able to be touched for months? I'm just saying my side of it. I know you, but my side of it was you couldn't touch me because it hurt you to touch me. I couldn't touch you. So I'm just getting untouched, but I was in peak. I was doing a lot of Pilates back then. It was hard for me to not be touched.
Yeah. Well, it was hard for me to expand my lungs even in the slightest, but I can understand why that was a hindrance for you.
Yes, I had to do all the talking, so much more expanding of the lungs. I was tired by the end of the day because I'm the one doing all the talking and not getting any of the penis.
Again, completely my fault, but wiping the slate clean. From now on, you get all that. You get the full package and move to Texas, plant our seeds, all new trips.
Great.
I am jealous of you. I'm jealous of you all the time. I'm jealous every time I see you. I can't believe I have such a gorgeous wife. And I'm the luckiest person in the world.
Well, you're smoothing it over with your charm, you are.
Well,
that's the man honestly, married.
Honestly, that was just a line from a Kevin Pollak movie, but
that makes sense.
He's the most underrated leading man. I tell you, he's amazing.
You notice how in a lot of his movies he seems nice, but he's evil, or he seems like not with it, but he is. It reminds me how you thought I was gonna murder you earlier.
Why are you folding that back around to the murder?
You don't see it coming, you don't see it coming. It's like 1 second you think you're happy as can be, and then the next second it's like you're not. And where do most accidents happen? At one of the 7 wonders of the world. And Niagara Falls was way too far a drive for 2 people alone in a van.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you say you don't see it coming, Cassandra, but now, Cassandra, all I can see is it coming. That's like,
because you didn't see me coming for such a long time.
That's true. That's true. I would have never guessed.
Yeah. That was a dig. I shouldn't have done it. I am going to kill you, though.
What? What are you talking about?
There's no one around, and click. I have the only van key. So I think it's time to just come up and realize where we're at, hon.
I thought this was just like a Grand Canyon, but now I see it's my own shallow grave.
Which is a horrible movie if you've seen it with Ewan McGregor. They have to murder and they can't figure out who to do it because they feel guilty, which is how I felt. So it is a good connection you're making.
Please don't bring up Ewan McGregor, because that just makes me think of that movie, then Nicole Kidman, and then
oh, I forgot you and Nicole. How could I forget? Well, I'll make sure she's invited to your funeral. How about that, huh?
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Makes me feel so much better. So how's this going to happen? How's this going to work? I mean, are you just going to throw me in? What, are you going to hit me with a shovel? What am I supposed to do? Just dig my own grave? What's going to happen, Cassandra?
This is not a movie. You're going to trip accidentally because I push you a little. Okay? If I hit you with a shovel, there's fingerprints, there's a weapon, there's a whole thing. We're going to go down the trail, follow that donkey. And then once we follow, we're going to go behind that donkey down there. That donkey, dinky donkey. We're going to go. I don't know. I'm starting to feel bad now. But it's just, we haven't been happy ever since I was with Val and Stanley and that other guy.
Kevin Pollak?
Forgettable, right?
No, he's not. I swear you're thinking of someone else. Kevin Pollak is a national treasure, much like the Grand Canyon, apparently, which is going to be my grave.
It's just
fine.
I'll
get on the donkey and we'll go down.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you don't want me, I don't want to live with anyone else.
Well,
if it's not with you, it can be with no one.
That's the plan. But I mean, don't make me feel guilty about it. You went from a closet to living with me and we had a nice life. It's just after the cheese incident, just things haven't been the same. You can't turn right. You can't do a lot of moving. And I think emotionally
I can't turn. No, I cannot turn this relationship around. I can only keep going straight.
So don't take it the wrong way. It's not like I'm murdering you because I hate you. Sometimes when little boys hit the girl and they're like, oh, they're doing it because they like you, which they shouldn't teach little boys, but sometimes it happens anyways. That's what's happening here. I like you so much that the idea of you and I broken up just doesn't feel right. But the idea of me a widow, I look great in black.
Let me see your binoculars.
Oh my goodness, and she does look great.
Yay!
That was awesome. That was so awesome.
So good.
Before we even get started talking here, let's ask our audience to please put a suggestion into the chat. The YouTube chat.
We'll crack it open when we see it.
That's right.
That first suggestion gets the charm, and the charm is us doing a set off of your suggestion. So
sounds very charming.
It's charm. Charm.
So we're gonna do some improv for everybody. Just like what you just saw.
But with more people.
Oh, good. What do we got? What do we see?
Got it. There for everyone at home. There's like a 30-second tweezers.
There's a 30-second
Thank you so much.
Tweezers.
Yes, yeah. If you're unaware.
Well, I like that. Maribel, that looks lovely, honey.
Thank you.
Oh, you're becoming a young woman, Maribel.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Now get the other one. Make sure they look related. You don't want them to look like strangers on your face.
Like what?
Strangers. You want your eyebrows to look related.
Like your friends?
Yeah. Like your friends. I guess so. I don't know if I'm related to all my friends. That would make it, what is that called? Incest. Anyway, that's not the point of this. You're becoming a young woman and tomorrow night's the dance.
What did you say about incest, Mom?
I said, let's not talk about incest. That's not what you talk about before your young daughter goes to her first boy-girl dance. Or girl-girl or boy-boy or a they. I'm open.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. But
How could you know? You haven't had sex yet, Maribel. You can't know till you've tasted all of the plates.
Sometimes, Mom, you're more open about this stuff than I would like to be.
Okay. I won't say a word. I won't say a word.
Thanks. Just like
I got Jessica. Yeah. So, honey, so if you meet someone at the dance, they might like might want to do more. They might want to do more than hold.
You know what? You don't have to do this, Dad. It's fine.
No. I feel like this is my fatherly duty, and I want to break that whole like mom teaches you about sex.
Tag out, Cory. Well, I'm just the postman, but I understand that you've got a date up, and you know, a lot of times you got to lick a lot of stamps before you know if you've got the correct postage. That's something
A
you
lot
must
of
know.
stamps.
Yeah. You know, look, it's 2021, okay? And look, a lot of people say, specifically my boss says, I have got to stop having these conversations with people.
Yeah, can I stop you right there? Just
Yeah.
My mom's always talking to me about this stuff, and
you gotta open a lot of boxes with your hands.
Tag out, Betsy.
Inside them all.
Oh, I am so glad you had that talk with my daughter. I think the more people, the merrier.
I am glad to hear it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I try to have that talk with everybody, and most parents are not cool with it.
But you know what? That's because Danvers is a small-minded town, but we are going to get there.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
I know. I'll tell you something else about Danvers. This is where, and you know this because you're here, this is where the Salem witch trials really happened. This place has a regressive attitude about women and sex and has for an awful long time. And that's what I tell my bosses every time I get suspended for talking about sex to little girls.
Well, I'm going to write a letter saying I want more of your talks to little girls and little boys and little days. Because frankly, I like the way you said there's a lot of stamps to lick. You know what? That is, make a t-shirt. Make a t-shirt.
I'll tell you something, Gloria. One of the things I appreciate about you.
I got Jessica. Yes, we did. The health teacher had to go. So we are looking for someone new to teach the students about sex ed. So were you all? I see you're wearing like a postal uniform. Is this what is?
Well, you know, I am one of Danvers' chief postal workers. And as a result of that, I get around. I like to meet a lot of people. And I have had this talk with teens.
We cut to the post office guy having a sex talk with a class full of kids.
Sometimes you open a box and you find that box is empty. Sometimes... I'll tell you, when that happens, that's a bad example. That doesn't usually happen. Yeah.
I thought you weren't supposed. I thought it was illegal to open a box without someone specifically asking you to open that box.
Listen, a lot of things are illegal, but aren't necessarily immoral. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth following a law that you don't believe? I say this to a lot of people, and I get in trouble every single time for saying this. But a lot of times, look, let's say you find some mail outside of a high school, and you might ask yourself, should I open this package? Is it a federal crime? Is it something I want to do? But then you're like, you know, this mail really seems, despite how old it might actually be, this mail seems like it can make its own decisions. Now, I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying that a lot of people do that. Look,
I got Ari and Cory. So this is my first time. I guess we'll just open the box because I'm choosing to just be legal. So I'm going to open your box and we're going to see. I hope it's not empty, I guess.
It's not a federal crime if I allow you to take your box cutter and slit open the packing tape.
Okay, good. So we both agreed that we're going to slit open a packing tape and then we're going to see what's in the box.
Right.
Okay.
You know, because but just really quick, I don't know what's in the box. Like it could be cookies, but it could also be just a bunch of sand from the beach. I don't know I don't know.
Tag out Jessica.
I'm talking about my vagina.
Hey, sweetheart. Listen, your mother and I were gone for the weekend, and we came home, and there's sand all over the hallway. There's sand in a lot of the rooms of the house, and I don't want to cast a sweet. Could you, I don't know what's going on, honey.
Nothing's going on, Dad. We just me alone. I was just I went to the playground because I was just taking a walk, and I fell down in some sand, and it got in my shoes, and in my socks, and in my underwear, and so I came home, and I was just in every room, just opening, just letting that sand.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to choose to believe you because the alternative is terrifying to me.
Edit.
Okay, so playground workers, we've got a lot of missing sand. Is there any? Does anybody know where this sand keeps going? We're filling it like once a week.
I gotta say, I learned when I was a kid in geology that sand is like little tiny rocks, and over time it compresses, it becomes sedimentary rocks. So it's possible that they have just pressed together, become rocks, and it no longer presents itself as sand, and these are all
okay. Dale, there are no. I'm not there. I need you to stop making excuses for dumping rocks into the sandboxes.
I just got a lot of rocks in my backyard. I don't know what to do with them.
Look, I'm going to say the thing I think we're all thinking, which is maybe a ghost took them.
Yeah.
We're not
rocks.
We're not making you a Ghostbuster. You are a maintenance worker. We're not making you a Ghostbuster. Now, just the sand. Looking for the sand. Want to know what's happening to the sand? Where's it going? Who's it going with?
The nuns took the nuns.
Yeah.
The nuns.
Who are you gonna call?
We're not. Look. Okay. Listen, Brett. We cannot storm the church.
Yeah, we can. I already did it. I did it last week.
Wait, you stormed the church last week? Yep. That was you on the news?
That was me. During, 11 a.m. mass. They were singing, let's tie the
We got through that.
Everybody stop praying. Stop your genuflecting. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Alfred, and I'm talking to you, Pastor French. What? I just want to say that I know sand's missing, and I know the nuns are doing it. Yes?
Brett,
It's Brett Adams. It's Brett Adams.
Okay, Pastor, do you mind if I just talk?
No, please, go ahead.
I'm going to come up on the altar because I want everyone to see me.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of taking communion. Okay.
I'll take that communion.
Wait, no, stop! No, that's not a snack. Please.
Might as well.
This is the
blood of Christ.
What are you doing?
Blood of Christ.
Okay, so when you said you wanted to be an altar boy, but you wanted to do tryouts.
Yep.
There's no tryouts. There's no tryouts for altar boy.
Cut to the underground tryouts for altar boys. You might know me as Brett Adams. And yes, I am not affiliated officially with the Catholic Church, but I know what altar boys should do to make a mass run smooth. So we're going to have auditions today, okay? I want to see your lighting candle ability. I want to see you're not making eye contact with the people in the church, the parishioners. And I want to see how the robes look, because it's all about that robe look.
Hey, Brett, can we swing the incense? Are we allowed to swing the incense?
I'm not going to say you can or you can't, but you show me what you do, okay?
I'll say this will all be worth it if I can light the candles, but also unlight the candles with that metal thing.
The damper.
Oh,
we're going to do it all. We're going to do it all. Now listen, we have exactly 10 minutes before the priest gets back from his Whole Foods run, and he might kick us out. So let's get the show on the road. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is I want to see
back early from my what in the Sam hell is happening?
It's altar boy tryouts. I told you, Father.
There's just a host everywhere, just all sorts of little crackers falling all over the place.
This is grape juice, Father. This is grape juice. I swear.
Well, all right. Listen, these are decisions that only two people can make. God and Mrs. God. And between the two of them, God and his heterosexual wife, they get together and they make decisions for the Catholic Church. We've discussed this.
We have, and now I feel badly because I do love Mrs. God, and I believe in Mrs. God. She carries the mental load. She does everything. She's always, listen, people are being beheaded or, Jesus, the son's on the cross. Who goes and cleans him? Mrs. God.
God. Did Mrs. God rest on the seventh day? No. She works right
She never does.
Mrs. God and Mrs. God at home. Oh, you're here.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were going out.
It's the seventh day. Okay, I've done a lot. I just want to kind of rest today.
Well, I don't mean to be okay. I got a lot of things to do around here, and I can't get things done if you're here.
All right, look, I understand. It's a pandemic. You haven't left in a long time. We haven't left in a long time. I'm God. I suppose I could do something about it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. I maybe you should.
If I just listen, I'm God. We've discussed this. If I go out and I just make the world better, then where's mystery? Where's the importance of divinity? As you know, we have to make horrible things happen to good people or no one would believe.
All right. Here's the thing. I got things to do around the house, God. So if you could just maybe go do horrible things outside the house. I can't. I look at all these clouds everywhere. And these, the fucking babies, those cupids always coming in here making a mess.
Tag Ari. Mrs. God, I hate to bother you, but Jesus has not been on Zoom for the whole time. He comes to Zoom in the morning, and then after lunch, I don't see Jesus. So I need to bring that up to you, Mrs. God, because...
Okay, I specifically, every day, say to Jesus, lunch is over. I bet your teacher is waiting for you back on Zoom. And he says, we don't go back after lunch.
Mrs. God, you can't believe Jesus.
I can't believe
Tag out Jessica. Tag out. Yeah. God. I'm sorry, Mom God. I just wanted to just imbue me with Mrs. God. Why do I have to call you Mrs.? You're my mom. Oh.
It's out of respect, Jesus.
Okay. Why don't you imbue me with all of the universe's knowledge so I don't have to go back to school?
Look, that is between you and your grandpa, Holy Spirit. All right? Leave me out. I just want to make sure.
Tag Betsy. Listen. As Holy Spirit, you breathe it in. Breathe it in. I didn't go to school. I made school. People don't tell me what's up. I tell them what's up.
Yeah, I got
Tell me
Jessica.
this story. I
don't know, man. Your granddad sounds pretty freaking cool.
No, it's incense. It's not like cigarette or like weed smoke. It's just incense. He just blows incense smoke in my face. It's
Tag
not
Ari.
cool.
I just say we throw some clouds around. People take their clothes off, and we see what happens.
Grandpa,
Jessica. All right, now that you've told me that story, no, your granddad sounds a little messed up. You gotta call the Holy Ghostbusters or something like that, because I don't know, man. None of that stuff sounds cool anymore.
Wait, what? What about the Ghostbusters?
You call the Holy Ghostbusters. There's an old construction guy, and I know he runs like a DIY ghost hunting shop, and I guarantee, right? What? If not for this, what?
Tag out Cory. So this is my church. I'm the pastor here. There's been a lot going on here. I'll be honest, I think it's haunted.
Yeah.
Ghost, maybe?
I'm so glad you called. Look, if there's something strange going on in your parish, I've been saying to everyone, who are you gonna call? You gotta call me. I'm so happy to be here.
I don't know how much you charge, but we'll pass a plate around at some point, and maybe we'll see if
Tag Ari. You're telling me, Father, that you had the ghosts removed? Those are spirits. So you had the Virgin Mary removed from the church. You had the disciples, Luke and Matthew. This church is sacred, and you have now
Jessica and Betsy. Hey, Cory, man, I think this containment unit is bursting with divinity. We got disciples in there. Some guy from the EPA keeps coming in here, says he's gonna shut the whole thing down. There's gonna be Catholics all over the goddamn city.
Listen, if he shuts that down, there's gonna be chaos. All right, there's look, we just tell him
Jews and Muslims living together, mass hysteria.
Wait, just tell him the devil's in there. Tell him there's a devil in there. Does you want to release a devil?
Oh, it's me, the guy from the EPA, and I'm here to shut you down and release.
Yeah, we know who you are, Walter Peck. We know who you are.
That's me, Walter Peck.
Look, you're not going to do this. There's a devil in there.
Go on, open it up. Let all those ghosts out or whatever.
Listen, look. These are Catholic spirits, okay? One of the things I'm sure you know about the Catholic Church is when there's evil, we don't talk about it. We act like it's not there, and it's like it never happened.
We do that. The equivalent of spiritual, like closing your eyes, plugging your ears, and no.
Okay, well, I'm Mr. Peck from the EPA, and it sounds to me like you've stolen God or God's whatever the Holy Ghost. It is God, but it's not God.
It's admittedly complicated.
In your vacuum cleaner. What?
Look, if you shut this down, you're going to have a heck of a lawsuit on your hands.
So be it.
Edit, everyone. Edit. Yes, I used to teach sex ed at a high school, but I just left because I wanted to be on Broadway. Anyways, I've come for the audition. I think it's the 50th anniversary of Rent.
Yes.
And, but anyways, I wrote my own monologue, and I'm going to sing a song.
I'll allow it. I mean, that's unusual. You're the first person to write their own monologue, but sure.
Okay. It goes like this. I used to teach sex ed at a high school. And then I decided I wanted more with my life. And I found it within myself. And also I found in me.
Can you do more with your hands?
Oh, yeah.
I need more with your hands. Yeah. It's not distracting enough. So if you could just, a little more.
I'm going to tell you, you're very lucky to get these notes. He does not come down here and give notes to actors in general.
Oh, the great Zach Braff is here.
Zach Braff is here.
Zach Braff, the now turned director.
Please act like I'm not even here. Just act like I'm not even here.
I don't see you, Mr. Scrubs.
Like I'm not even, act like I'm not even here.
I won't, okay. I used to be a teacher of sex ed. But then I lost myself and wanted to start, there was more inside of me. I'm sorry, there was more inside of me. A lot of sand came running out onto the floor. And so I left.
Tag out Jessica and Ari. Jesus.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking me to the dance.
Yeah. Just we gotta leave room for my grandpa because he's like
Get closer. I want to feel both of you at the same time. Let's put some
Grandpa,
clouds down.
No, but this is not. It's not leave room for the Holy Ghost so that we can have a throuple. It's leave room for the Holy Ghost so that our genitals don't touch.
Your genitals won't touch. They're going to touch me.
Are you talking
Okay,
about
Grandpa.
your envelope?
I like this one. Yeah, I'm talking about my
Letter
front
opener?
envelope and my back envelope. I hope you have your letter openers ready because we're going to slice
Oh my
some envelopes open, y'all.
Freeze, Holy Ghost! You mess with the wrong Ghostbusters!
No! No! You monster! Stop this, my grandpa!
Oh, no, Jesus! I feel like I got your date somehow, too!
I was gonna die for your sins, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do it anymore. I don't know. I don't think. You know what? I'm gonna disappear. I'm just gonna disappear for like 15 years, and I'll see. I don't know. I'll see you guys sometime in like my late 20s or early 30s. I can't. I'm just gonna go like walk the earth or something.
Edit Cory and Ari.
Look,
And that was when Mrs. God had to step in. As we all know, it's per usual. It was her 7th day, but she never rested. Mrs. God stepped in, found her wayward son, had to talk him off the ledge, bring him back, wash his clothes, give him a new toothbrush. He was 20 at this point, and she's still doing this for him. And talked to him about what's important in life and who he was. Do you understand, Larissa?
Yeah.
That's what Mrs. God's all about.
All right.
Larissa, do you have ants in your pants? What is happening right now?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, I didn't know we had class after lunch, so I just,
Oh, no. Everyone knows we have class. You are like the 4th person that thinks that there's no class after lunch. What do you think we do after lunch?
I don't know. I didn't think we had class.
Do you have something to confess, Larissa? Because I'm sensing a lot of boogieing around. Something is maybe inside your underwear, Larissa.
Oh.
Have you opened that box yet, Larissa?
I feel weird talking about it in class.
Everyone, why? These are your friends.
Yeah, go ahead, Larissa. Go ahead. What's in your
Okay.
pants?
What's in your pants? Thank you. Thank you, Luca.
I'm just curious. Like the rest of us.
It's
Uh-huh.
it's a box full of sand. It's a box.
Okay, Larissa. Not everybody gets bunnies. Not everybody gets flowers. Some of us get sand. We all carry our own cross.
Some
So,
people get bunnies.
oh yeah. Ooh, the lucky ones. That's all right. You've been gifted in other ways, Larissa. You
Tag out Jessica and Betsy. Tag out Jessica and Betsy. Yeah. So, Doc, I mean, it's cool. I have no problem with it. Okay. I just want to put this out. No problem with it. I have there's like a whole warren worth of little bunnies down in my. It's like a. So I don't know if there's like.
Tag out Ari. Son, we just came home and there's bunnies. Little bit of bunnies all over the house. In every room. There was some on my desk in my office. Do you want to tell me?
Somebody must have left like a window open or something, and they just all got in here. I don't,
Doesn't make
Tag
any sense.
Betsy. Tag Betsy. Honey, tell me about those bunnies. You know, I had bunnies. I let them out. I let them crawl where they wanted. I fed them more than carrots.
Was it that? Well,
Tell your
mine
mom.
were. So they were more like hares. They had very long legs. I thought that they were bunnies to start.
Ooh, you
But then
have
they got-
hairs. You have hairs. Look at you. My son has hairs.
I don't want to make a big deal. Please don't like share this on. Oh god.
Yay!
To
Why do you get my
Thank you for attending this send up of Catholicism, this exploration of prepubescent Jesus, and the wonders that are our bodies and our postal service. What's that, Cory?
Oh, just the wonders of bunnies. Yeah.
We are Illuminati Improv. We will be back here at this YouTube channel in 2 Saturdays. All right, so next Saturday is dark. We will be back in Fortnite.
And please come check us out, IlluminatiImprov.com. Find out about the show, find out about classes, sign our mailing list, come to our pizza party about Jesus.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right.